I won't say anything.
We're back. It's more poker time.
Yes.
You're on the Poker Guys YouTube channel.
It feels good to be here, I'll tell you what. And we have not just ourselves, but superstar vloggers, Brad Owen and Andrew Nemi, not in the booth with us, but right there on your screen, playing in the game.
Looking pensive.
Nick, what did you reload for?
Indeed.
Okay.
You wouldn't really know to look at them which
Okay.
one was up or
Thanks.
down, but I guess looking at the chips
can't
helps
see,
you
so.
get a better sense of it. Brad Owen having a very good day so far.
Yep.
Andrew, not so much, not yet. He hasn't really had much to work with.
He just lost a set under set pot the last hand he played against Brewer.
Yep. It was a
It
little,
didn't end up being that big of a hand, though, because it was a monochromatic all-club board.
yep, that made it much easier, at least on the flop. And that made it much easier for him not to lose a lot more chips. Speaking of Brewer, he's going to open the queen jack off.
Batiste with a very reasonable
Holy shit.
raise.
Where'd you come
Ooh,
up with a
he's
man-sized
raising, not
bet?
calling.
Yep.
That's not
Kind of small, too.
Very small.
Maybe not to
I'm gonna say
working
too
guy like
small.
me, but
So Brewer's going to call, and we're going to see a flop, most likely.
I can't believe he's going to fold for 50 more when they're this deep. Also, Batiste has been... Oh, looks like he's folding.
He's going to fold.
really?
good for.
I think Batiste showed it there based on Brewer's reaction.
Wife.
He's got to show one
This is
card.
a
He's
wife.
got to show one.
Can we just delete that fold?
Can we just say wife?
I had 2 overs, to be clear.
You sure?
I think so.
Oh.
I think so.
It's a weird fold for 50 more.
It is a little weird. He's going to be out of position with a hand that's dominated a lot.
Well, next time you'll
And
just call and I
often
still
flops
won't
second
have it.
best.
So it's fine.
Maybe he just wanted Batiste to get a win. Felt bad for Batiste.
That's probably what it
We'll
was.
find a 4-bet.
You can make that call. You got like 6 weeks of excuses to come up with before it even shows.
You haven't played since this summer. You're allowed to lose.
I guess Batiste wants Robbie to call
True.
with the better hand. I don't know. Andrew with the under the gun hand that 8-handed you feel kind of obligated to open, but you don't really want to. It's hard to have good things happen with ace-jack offsuit.
Indeed. Sluggy, I don't
This
think
is
it's going to
this is
fold
one of the
this.
things that
blogger
can
raise?
happen that is good.
Yep. When you only get
Blogger.
calls
Get it
behind
right.
in an ace
Blogger.
flops and you get action, usually you've got them dominated.
Did you say blogger?
No, it's
Yes.
never
Yes,
behind
here.
with just
Dixie
against the one pair hand. Anyway.
Blogger would be Jake.
Snuggy's calling
what?
Brad and
A
Andrew
blogger would be
bloggers.
Jake.
Clearly he did his research.
Not anymore.
All heart board. Andrew has the jack of
Yeah, he had
hearts.
a blog.
Snuggy's
It's
got
called,
nothing going
it's
on
called
here.
Jake Hates Poker.
Do I strike you as someone who would have a fashion blog?
Before the board gets too
Thank
scared
you.
to make any money, but
Been wearing
Don't
that
get
shirt
that
for
very
4
often.
years.
That's a really nice thing to say.
That is. I'm not sure he meant it that way, but
No, Jake's a fluffer.
About poker? You blog about poker?
Jack
I
of
used
hearts
to.
was good
I
enough
had
for
it
Andrew to
for,
continue
like,
there. I
for
think he
like
would have
6
been pretty
months.
upset
I've been
had he gotten any
quietly
action.
Okay.
I mean,
say Mark
I don't know if
inspired you?
upset's the
Yeah,
right
first,
word.
yeah.
He would have
Yeah.
actually
He's the
begun
one
crying.
where-
Have you watched his vlogs? Mostly it's crying.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I have watched his
yeah.
vlogs. I
He
haven't
probably
seen
said your
him
name,
cry.
but
I even put
Joseph's
put
trying to
his
explain
picture
something
in
to
one
him
of the
right
vlogs
now.
because I know he said he met.
Did he
not
put whose
this.
picture? Did Mark put whose?
I think he took a picture with you or something.
Mark took a picture with me and put it in his
No,
blog?
with Andrew.
Oh, we're talking
did he?
about
With the video
Nemi,
things he
how
was
Nemi
doing.
inspired
Right.
somebody else.
Jake.
No wonder
Yeah,
he's
Jake
up
to-
there. He
to-
can't even follow one
Actually-
story.
Actually be a
Can't-
blogger,
can't
not a
make a
vlogger.
secret.
Jake had a blog for a
A
while.
long time ago, I think before Nemi existed in the YouTube world.
I think
No,
it was
we're not-
called Jake
we're
Hates
making fun
Poker.
of Jake.
Making fun of
Oh.
you. Yeah.
You can't follow the story.
I don't know if it's there anymore.
I just said you.
Batiste with the nice looking
He doesn't
hand
have
and
to
the
follow the
hijack
picture
here.
when he was talking about it.
Yeah, we're
He's
playing
going to call with
disc
the queen
golf.
jack and the cutoff.
Very reasonable. Brad's going to call with Jack 8 suited. Close to the bottom of the calling range there.
Yep.
Hey, you know, you gotta get tight.
Hey, we got all reasonable hands though. That doesn't always happen.
Oh,
on this
yeah,
kind
that
of-
worked
Exciting
great
to
for me
see.
last time.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win?
I'm going to go with Brad Owen. No, I'm going to go with Snuggie.
I would go with Snuggie if I were.
Hold on, I take Snuggie.
Mark's mom came.
I mean, Brad does have the backdoor flush draw.
He's got an open ender for the
America?
chop. If he
To
gets
Portland.
the top end of it.
Really?
It's kind of the worst kind of open ender
Say
because
more
of the
on
scenario
that.
that's happening right now, where somebody can already have the straight that
great.
you're just
Wow.
trying to chop with.
Brad
wish I
certainly
would've
can't
known.
fold for one bet here.
If I would have, yeah, if I would have thought about it, I would have.
It looks like he's raising.
I'll tell you more in the break. Okay.
Well, this
That's
is
not going to
gonna
work out. It's not going to go well for Brad.
No, Batiste's going to have an easy fold.
Do you think Snuggie can find a just call here, or do you think he's going to feel obligated to raise?
I think it's very reasonable for
Yeah,
him
all
to
the way
raise,
from
and I
New Zealand
expect
just to
him to
meet
raise.
people that Mark knew.
That is
What do
so
you
You know what I
cool.
mean? It's like
I,
a
oh,
mother's
Batiste
love.
doesn't believe. Look at that
Wow.
dagger
That is really
stare.
good.
It's a little intense. I don't know what. how
Batiste
you
looks
think-
like Brad must like just killed his family, and he's like finally found him.
It's like the end of The Revenant.
Yeah, it's like I finally got you, buddy. You're cornered.
Sorry.
Now you will face my wrath.
He did this the last episode we had, last week's episode, when he had Ace Jack and Wonka raised under the gun, Snuggie 3-bet it, and Wonka 4-bet, and these just had Ace Jack, only like $35 in there, and thought for a really long time with a bet of 300 in front of him.
He does find the fold, and now Snuggie has the big decision of what should I do. He just calls.
Oh, there
wow.
we go. He's leaving it open for Brad. A heart here would be a dreamy card. I guess a 7 is the dream.
Yeah, that's
for
the
Snuggie.
ultimate. Well,
But that's a pretty
okay.
good card.
I don't see Brad folding to any aggression.
I also expect Brad
Wow,
to... Okay.
Snuggie's just going to lead. I kind of like it, actually.
I like it too. I think, though, if Snuggie had checked, this is the kind of card Brad would have continued on.
Well, Brad's not going to fold. The
No.
question is, does he raise here?
You may think he does not have the fold equity he needs, but he certainly has all the draws, and a heart would be heartbreaking
What?
for the Snugster.
And it's just a 9. That does pair the board, so it's slightly frightening for Snuggie, but he's going to lead anyway. I like betting again. And, of course, Brad can't do anything but fold here unless he decides to raise.
He could turn his hand to a bluff. That's got to be what he's considering, because certainly he's never calling.
He hasn't folded yet.
No, he's thinking about it. I don't think it's going to work. Not against Snuggie. He's thinking about it hard.
Snuggie's had some drinks, too. It's going to make it even harder.
He does
afterward.
block the nuts with his Jack of Hearts, right? With his Jack. And here we go.
It's not the nuts, though.
Oh, you're right. It's not the nuts.
Did he fold?
I don't know. No, it looks like it was a call.
No, he folded.
Oh!
Snuggie
Oh,
folded. He snap folded.
insta-folded.
He put him on the full house.
Holy macaroni.
Listen.
That really
Wow.
happened. Well, he could have 10-9.
Fucking
Full
bloggers.
house.
He could.
Could have king-9. have a
Yeah,
full
more of
house.
this son of a bitch's money out of my pile.
Wow. Never occurred to me Snuggie would fold there.
Bloggers, scary.
Nice play, Brad.
Wife.
I don't
You
think
said
he
wife
was
in that hand.
trying to get Queen Jack to fold
Did I say
there.
wife?
Not out
No.
loud, though.
Sorry, Diane.
The biggest part. That might actually make the
You're
block.
back to doing yard work tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying.
That was.
Shocking.
You know what I mean?
I'm very surprised that bluff worked. Do you think it was a good time to bluff? Let's forget about what Snuggie actually had.
Nice
The
hand.
way the hand played out. Do you think it was a good theoretical
I'm
bluff?
crazy.
I don't know why we think why we would think it was a good time
I
to
wasn't
bluff.
believing you, Brad.
When Snuggie leads the turn?
Snuggie leads the turn and then bets again on the river with the 9 pairs.
Yeah, Snuggie
Feels like
could have-
Snuggie's got a pretty strong
He
hand.
could have a full house himself there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was a risky play, but it somehow worked against Queen
You were
Jack.
getting a big tip. Now you're
I
just
don't know how it worked.
getting the tip.
I can't believe it.
Snuggie plays Omaha, and he is, you know, he's used to seeing the
Wife.
nuts in these spots, I
Snuggie's
think, with
hand.
raises on the river.
Right.
By the way, raises on the river are usually nutted hands.
I mean, I think it's worth consideration with Queen Jack. It's worth considering folding.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I think you probably, maybe even you're supposed to fold, but you're
Yeah.
definitely not supposed to fold that fast.
Yeah, you should give it some thought.
You got to think
probably.
about what other hands are in your range,
Good
right?
play. I don't care.
What is okay to call with what is, you know, like where does this fit in your
He's not
distribution? You got to
targeting
think
your
about
hand,
that.
No,
You decide to
I mean,
ignore it, I
that's his only chance
What
of
is it,
picking it up.
40?
Yes.
I still can't believe it worked.
Nope.
I'm kind of in
What's
shock
his
here.
other option? Fold?
I think most of the time it's probably a fold.
Yeah, I was thinking about calling.
No, you weren't. Never.
Jack high. Like
Jack high.
Good.
All right, so
How about Brad Owen pulling the trigger there? That was strong.
it was very strong. All right, we have here a bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
Joseph is ahead with 2 5s, although he probably doesn't feel too comfortable.
Well, everyone checks to him. He does check. He had a shot to just take it down
I
right
would
there.
probably check as well. I think it's reasonable. He picks up a gut shot.
Snuggie picks up the open ender though.
Yep.
Check.
Snuggie probably is a favorite to win this hand at this point. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
probably just going to do it.
Bet 60.
Oh, Joseph isn't insta-folding.
Well, he's got a pair and a gutter. It looks like is he raising?
It looks like he's raising. Wow.
Very strange.
That
To
is...
160.
Got 2 people behind him, which he's
Well, I
guess
think
trying to
Snuggie's going to
thin the
call.
field.
Snuggie's going to call,
He
right?
kind of is forced to call.
You don't want to put the whole
Getting
stack
good
out?
odds
No,
to
just
do
yet.
so.
Okay, when do you
This
want to
could just go check on the river a lot. Joseph can win.
Snuggie
Yep.
calls.
A 5 on the river, by the way, would not be a good card for Joseph.
No, I agree with you.
Setting up there would be very bad. Yeah, Joseph's going to
He's
win this
just going to
however
go
he plays
check,
it here.
and Joseph might bluff it, but he doesn't have to.
I would expect him to bluff it here. He does.
Bet
Trying to get Snuggie off a
200.
queen. Looks like he has a straight when he
Yeah,
shows the
5-6. 5-6 actually makes all the sense in the world with how that
Yep.
hand played out.
Yep.
If you're right, I'll tell you. But you only get one guess.
Which I guess because he has 2 5s in his hand, he blocks 5-6.
Well, you're
It
wrong.
makes it a reasonable bluff spot.
Sure, but do we need to bluff the turn is the question. We could have called and with a pair and a gut shot, and sometimes we have the best hand anyway. With
I
two
don't
people
know.
behind you, it's questionable.
It is questionable.
But it's an interesting play, not one you see very often.
I think
He just thought it wasn't good
the
enough,
majority
right?
of the time when Snuggie bets into 3 opponents, he's
He's ahead.
ahead of
Yeah,
2 fives.
I agree.
So,
So maybe this is a pretty sweet play by Joseph.
yeah, I think it's not bad. Kind of like it.
He just needs Snuggie not
Change
to have
direction.
a very good hand, just a pretty good hand.
I don't know. He folded the straight
Raise.
really quickly on the previous hand.
That's a really good point.
Although that's probably
That's a reason not
and
to do
he
it.
was shown the bluff. It's probably not going to happen again.
Raise
Yeah.
to 65.
Looks like we got a.
Fold, fold.
Is that was +1? So Batiste just raced it to 20 with 10 deuce off. Not in any sort of like table is going to make it 20.
He's going to give up right away.
Snuggie 3-bet with 9-5. By the way.
Hey, well,
He's kicking
worked
it.
out.
I'm still
Yeah.
pissed
He didn't
off
like
about
getting
this guy,
bluffed,
but
I guess, that time
heavy
either by
for
Brad
him to
Owen.
get
I mean, I
so
think
pissed
you
off.
probably shouldn't bluff Snuggie for a while at this point.
Yep. Let's not forget, Batiste, of course,
It's all right.
lost a lot of money in this game so far.
Yep.
He's down a lot. He's been coolered.
Snuggie's won a decent amount. A lot of it happened near the end of the last episode where
Never?
Wonka
No.
had queens.
Never say
Today was a real
Where's
big
the
shot
fun in
at
that?
it.
Where's the
Today,
fun in that?
They gave it a shot today. I guarantee
You haven't
that.
even lived until you've been broke like
I
3
think he
times.
also got lucky hitting a 3-outer on the river
I'll never go broke again.
To chop with Batiste.
instead of losing about
I've been there
2K.
too many
Yeah.
in a
times.
You haven't
big
even been
pot.
born yet.
What was at the time, I think, the biggest pot. It still is, I guess, the biggest pot in poker time history.
Yeah, it was like 7.5K,
Yeah,
Someone still
something like that.
something like that.
Raise to 60. Fold,
Maybe a little
fold,
less,
fold.
6,500.
Come on in, Mr. Clean.
Snuggie with the 9-5 again. It worked last time.
Look at
the sizing.
Table.
Fold.
9-5 is his hand.
We
I
don't
guess.
have a pretty
Dolly
good
Parton
plug in.
fan.
I'm not like
Oh, that'd be 35, right?
guy I work on the water.
35 is a deposit.
Snuggie, this is his third straight hand he's raising.
He
Raise
raised
35.
blind there, I think.
Okay.
I think he just didn't look.
Well, this is a pretty good hand for that then.
Yeah,
Nice to have ace-5.
well above expectation.
Yep.
That's why you
Fold,
deal.
fold, fold.
Is that live or dead?
I said I know most of the guys.
We have new players, you see?
Oh yeah,
Kevin.
Kevin.
We used to have Denim Jesus, now we just have Jesus.
I think he looks more like he came in a time machine from the 70s. He's been following the Grateful Dead around for a while.
Yeah. Based on that angle, it also looked like his hair was like a beard. Wait till you go back to that.
Oh
you'll see.
yeah.
Is he like the anti-Batiste?
I don't know. Anyway, here we go.
This is one of like the 2 main social clubs.
Looks like
Batiste is in great shape to win this one, clearly.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be losing pretty much no matter what. Snuggie calls with the ace
calls.
high. Reasonable to
Yeah.
try once.
Sure.
Either slowing down or.
See if Batiste goes for value on the river.
It's not running there.
Nope, goes check, check. Batiste
What's that? Not running there now.
knows he's almost always winning there.
Yeah.
It's really hard to come up with a way he wouldn't be.
Snuggie acting like he got coolered.
Yeah, that's right. Showing the ace as if
Look at you.
no,
go.
not cooler, but just sucked out
It's a
on it, right?
ribbon.
Yeah.
It shows the
You're
ace like
back
he had
in
ace
the
jack.
game.
When he raised blind, by the way.
Look at that.
I can't believe that's live or dead.
So I'm excited to see
Look at
Kevin
you.
play because tell you guys something. Kevin's an action player.
Yeah,
I can come up with something if you need it.
yeah, he's made for this game. You're gonna see.
Yeah.
He's gonna get it into the pot with the super.
See how he treats our vloggers.
Well,
See if he gives
you're
them,
gonna get into the
gives them a lot of
Don't
3-bets.
do it, Joseph,
Gives him proper respect.
or
Well, maybe it's better than a short
The
stack.
lady said that it only
take it
comes
against
from
one of
like
these
one
bloggers
former
or
lake
whatever.
developer.
Snuggie, it doesn't sound like he's giving the vloggers too much respect.
We'll go with
Sounds
Frogger.
pretty dismissive.
A lot of
about the
willful
vloggers.
ignorance there when he still can't get the name right.
Yeah, I think that's kind of on purpose.
Yeah, gotta find ways to
Dry
try.
smile from Nemi aimed at Snuggie there.
Yeah,
Kind of
that's
like
very good
under your
for
breath.
You guys aren't running the
I don't
porn
like this
circuit,
guy.
are you? As fluffies? Okay.
That's
Porn circuit.
Get him ready. Get
Fold,
him
Yeah.
ready. Is there?
Yeah,
Tell me if something like that here's coming right
yeah,
out of
you
his
keep the
beard.
game going, type fluffer.
Not so much in that angle.
You want to get a table? You just you and I?
We got a battle of the 8 highs.
Oh, what does your Wonka vision say
Check.
there? Go ahead.
Check,
Is it just going to check all the way
I
down?
hope not.
check, check.
So far, that's what's happening.
Feeling like a check all the way.
Batiste is ahead with the 7. Oh, Snuggie just reached for the chips.
Did he reach for chips? I thought it went check.
No, he reached for chips.
Oh, okay.
Batiste wouldn't do that.
You guys talking shit down there dead in the table?
Only plays the flop.
Snuggy's wondering if people are talking about him.
They probably are.
They might be.
They're probably whispering.
It's hard to talk when Snuggy's
You guys talking
in the
shit
mood
yet,
he's
man?
in right now.
We were
He's talking a
explaining
lot.
that we're playing the show one game.
Okay.
Just say yes. We're talking shit. And we're talking about
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, we were definitely,
I said
we were
it-
definitely talking shit.
It's a really
Everybody
dark
bow
parking
down
lot.
to Snuggy.
There's no
Ain't no bowing
cameras.
down.
And I brought my wife.
We were actually organizing a fund.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A
For,
GoFundMe page?
It was like for flowers for your wife.
Yeah, perfect.
Ouch.
Hold pool.
You can catch her every Monday through Friday cleaning the pool.
Ouch.
I don't know what that means, actually.
Sounds mean. I'm not sure.
Here's Kevin. First action for Kevin here. And he's going to be dominating Batiste somehow. We have Batiste and anti-Batiste at war already.
It's like the Bizarro
The
Batiste.
diametric opposites.
Hey, Brad Owen's got K.
All right. He does not look
Really
like
nice
Kevin
having
or
a big
Batiste.
can.
His hairstyle is very different, and that's why he's going to raise.
That's
Did I
true.
say something silly?
Re-raise.
Last time you did that.
This is a good time to have recently shown down a bluff, but I don't think he's going to
not
get
gonna
any
matter.
action anyway. He has squeezed a lot, too, and
Yes.
often hasn't had it. They don't know that, though, because he's never gotten looked up.
He has it this time.
Snuggy is
Look at
offering
that. He's trying to get action from Batiste. Can't do it.
some chew to Brad.
Luckily, I had a good guy.
That looks like Alexander Sarsgaard.
Hey man, you just.
Okay.
Not going to make a man
See that?
out of you?
Yeah, I gotta do something.
I don't
You know
know.
what I mean?
I think so.
But I pulled it out
You're
one
my
time.
no action.
Who has a more popular vlog,
I
though?
wouldn't let it go for like an hour.
Alexander Sarsgaard.
I don't think he has a vlog.
Have you been
Brad Owen 1, Alexander Sarsgaard -1.
Emmy nominations? Alexander Sarsgaard 1, Brad Owen 0.
You said
You got him
that
there.
I said that you said.
I'm assuming he was
Hey, you're
nominated for
calling
Big
me
Little
tight.
Lies.
He's
Okay.
saying you're on the no action list, which means that.
I think he was.
Normal poker time convo.
The best action ever. I just got jammed on him.
I know, I understand.
You shut up. Mr. Top said.
Putting together.
I would have did the same thing with bottom set. I said it.
Portland used to miss.
Andrew Nemi under the gun.
I was like, who's that?
He's had a lot to work with so
Looks
far.
like he's got something to work with here. He did have ace-jack last time and open under the gun. Got to win a small pot. Queen 10 suited.
Pretty
I guess
good.
his under the gun range is a little wider than I expected.
Well, he has gotten very few hands. It's
And
possible
Brewer
he's
just folds
widened
the
it.
10-9 of spades there.
That is surprising.
Yeah. Batiste with the 7-8 of diamonds is never folding.
No way. Snuggy with the Queen Jack of Spades. Wow, all these suited connectors.
These are some very pretty hands.
Yep. I'll tell you what, Brewer's pretty happy he's not in there with the 9-10 of spades right now.
Well, he doesn't know that yet.
No, but right now,
Ah.
as he's watching this.
Yeah, yeah.
Wherever
he's
you
like,
are,
He's like,
Brewer.
when Snuggy calls like that, he always has
Wait,
Queen Jack of
look at
spades.
this.
Well,
That
now
looks like a
Brewer's
3-bet.
happy because Joseph is 3-bet.
Joseph is 3-betting with the best hand, but he can't know that.
This is a pretty ambitious 3-bet when Andrew opens under the gun. Andrew
Yep.
hasn't shown any sort of eccentric speed with his under the gun opens.
The eccentric speed, huh?
Yeah.
I agree. Batiste's really not interested in folding, but he's gonna find folds everything is such a decision.
Well, Batiste doesn't have enough chips to call. If he had the same amount of chips as Joseph, he could actually call here. If he had 5K in front of him.
Sure.
But he does not. He has 1.6.
He knows this, but
Snuggy's not going to
The
fold.
pain.
I think it's reasonable for Snuggy to
I
call
agree.
closing the action here with such a nice looking hand. And he's relatively deep as well.
and he's in position
Wild
too.
West rules.
I think it's perfectly fine to call for Snuggy, although he's gonna lose a lot,
You have to put in double
and it's
with that.
reasonable to
Sure.
fold too.
I'd like to see what happens when bad flops happen for Joseph. Like this one. Is Joseph
Yeah.
going to continue?
3 clubs on the board too. Joseph does have the 8 of clubs.
The 8 of clubs is a nice little release valve for him.
I mean, maybe could get him in trouble too, but I guess
don't-
you'd rather have a club than not.
Snuggy can't fold quite yet. Having
Nope.
flopped a pair here.
Nobody really likes their spot, as they put in $230 each.
Yeah. Another king. That should make Snuggy feel a little better, actually.
Yeah, it's hard for Joseph to have a king.
Fewer combos of ace-king there for Joseph. Snuggy is now going to bet to protect his equity. If he gets called, he's probably putting Joseph on pocket aces or something like that.
Could have pocket aces. He could have 2 jacks. Could have
It
ace queen.
says Snuggy's all in, but that is a
No,
lie.
that's clearly not true. Joseph playing with the small chips, that usually means a fold.
He's wondering if Snuggy has
Just the blacks is all I'm worried
just the
about.
ace of clubs.
Not much in blacks.
Trying to get a sense of how deep he is. I'm not sure how valuable that information is right now.
It's roughly 225.
I don't know if he's getting that information necessarily as much as he's trying to see how Snuggy reacts.
Fair enough.
How much what?
How much dip is in your little jar?
No, I
See,
got
he's just
full
asking
game.
him random questions.
Yeah,
I'm here for the long haul.
seeing how comfortable
I
he is.
honestly thought you were pushing there.
Truth is, Snuggy shouldn't be that comfortable. If Joseph calls here, Snuggy's often behind.
Oh, yeah. Unless Joseph has something like ace jack with the ace of clubs that he played like this.
Right. But he's never going to fold.
No.
Ace jack with the ace of clubs here, right? So now he shows the queen. No troll in there.
Which was more than good enough.
He's right.
He is right. I think that was a good fold by Joseph as well.
Yeah.
He was considering maybe making a move, and I think that's why he was trying to get all that information from Snuggie.
Move would have worked. I think even just betting the turn probably would have worked when the king comes and
probably.
the clubs out there.
Yeah.
He's made a lot of tighter folds anyway, but you can't really know, and it's perfectly fine just to give up there, obviously, as Joseph.
So,
All right, sir.
almost
We
lit
can be
200.
friends again because I got the money back that I just donked off to you. In my hand.
Snuggie feeling good?
The rest of the
Got a little
table
money
Happy to
back.
have you back.
Dougie's got
We got some observers being loud.
The old 10-9 offsuit from +1 for Kevin,
All
as we
right.
said, action player.
Here comes Kevin.
Look at Batiste. Looks like he's going to kill somebody.
I think he's noticing the loud conversations going on the rail. I think it might be distracting him a little bit and annoying him.
The human grates me.
You say the human grates me?
I think so.
Call, fold.
And he doesn't mean Snuggie, right?
I don't think so.
I think he means that human there. Just a guess. You know, you film a show.
Sometimes people watch.
Yep.
Hey, Joseph's got ace king now, and let's see how crazy Kevin is.
Not that
Not
crazy.
that crazy.
Fold.
Look
Snuggie
at
has a
you,
pretty good
trying to
hand.
get unstuck already.
Very expensive to call, but they are super deep. He
It
lets
does
go.
feel very similar to the last
You get
hand
to pick
though, where he's
one,
closing the
buddy.
action,
There's
but
a
that was a
rule.
worse price.
There was no flop.
It was.
Oh, that'll work. They're the same.
So you had the right kind of hand, but as you said, a
Well, I
worse
get to pick
price.
the other
And
one then.
Stack Pot was going to get a
Fair
little
enough.
titchy pretty quickly there. You know,
It might have even gotten a little itchy,
No, come on.
You were the
You
last
know,
one to
that's
fold. I should
ridiculous.
have.
like a bug
You guys
bite.
wanna, you guys
You know when
wanna
you have
bug
like
bites are
a
itchy
no
for you?
limit?
some bug bites.
Not all bug bites.
Deuce to
What about the
seven.
ones
Big
that
OG?
aren't?
No limit.
What are the
Deuce
ones
to
that
seven.
Why are you
Okay,
being
so
this
the
way?
The ones that
Stuck?
hurt.
You know what sucks when you have like a itchy bug bite on
I've never
like
played
a part
Deuce
of
to
your
seven,
body where
but-
clothes are always touching that
Yeah,
part.
I tell you
Single
what.
Crushing the bug bite.
Also, it sucks to get
No.
one where it's hard
I
to
realize
draw.
that your
Oh, yeah.
camera's near
So
my
So Kevin opened 10-9 off last time,
and
and he's open.
Oh, he's just
limping.
limping the queen 10 off.
Just going to feel for the table.
I will break this game for a big game any day of the week.
Fold.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. I think Snuggie wants to play Big O. That's his game.
Oh, big game. That's what he means.
Yeah.
Raise to 40.
Yeah.
fold,
Snuggie
fold.
understands the power of the snug,
Don't-
though.
don't-
If he gets up, he thinks the game will break.
No, you did not.
Well, I think some of his opponents might be
No,
sad
you
if he
did
gets
not.
up.
think so.
I know better.
Call.
Kevin's
Don't
going to
worry,
call
you'll
Snuggie's
never not get
8-6
invited.
off.
I'll
suit
never get
raise.
invited to this game.
Well, it's better than
I feel
limping
like
with it, I guess,
say
Snuggie.
something really terrible.
I guess.
Yeah, Snuggie
Like
flops
what,
up
like
Snuggie
like
flops real well for his hand here, and he's probably just going to get to bet and win.
I mean, I expect him to bet. There it is.
I feel like the opportunity's there.
Show me your higher card.
I'll just show you two. I just flopped an open after.
Oh, God, you're good.
What's the back
Snuggie's
door?
being friendly with the shows,
8 high solid.
not with much else.
Throw yourself
The
there, Doug.
shows? Oh, the
When,
showing
when he
the
shows,
card.
he shows two
Yeah.
a lot of the
Doesn't
time.
matter. I showed him. He wanted to see
Oh,
what
good.
I showed him two cards.
He showed the queen.
happening?
He's
for
new
me.
to the game. He doesn't realize how
Yeah,
bad
he,
I
did,
am.
he didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Where's
Awesome.
Ken, the destroyer of life tonight?
Snuggie's asking where
those
Ken
two
is.
monkeys at?
Just pulling up
Yes, Destroyer of
a day or
Lives.
two ago.
That's close.
Ken
Destroyer
and
of Worlds.
Destroyer
Yeah.
of
This
Lives?
is from Malibu.
They took all- you're the-
And
you're the
Ventura,
only
the Players
Oh,
Casino
you
in
wanted an
Ventura.
action table. I see how it's going. Is that why you made Jake leave?
That's right. Kevin, of course, replacing Jake.
Yep. Wonka's got a definite
Holy
opening hand under the gun,
shit.
8-handed.
One of the
Look at
weakest
that.
hands Wonka's going to open.
Wonka
Yeah.
says, I got a hand. Okay, monkey, let's do this.
Snuggie is feeling it.
Sure. He's got $4,000 in front of him. He's been winning pots.
Joseph, he's in tank mode.
Snuggie is a motor mouth right now.
that.
He just keeps on talking. Snuggie plus alcohol equals lots of talking.
Joseph just 3-bet the 8-6 suited.
Wow, I think
Yeah,
this is
there's
going
a-
to work
there's a
because
few
Wonka doesn't have a stack depth where he can just call with 2-7s
There's a
too
left
often.
where you can
And he's
get on
very
right,
aware of
somebody
that,
can.
Wonka is.
Yeah.
Snuggie's going to have to fold unless he's just feeling crazy.
Now, Wonka's got to be aware that this is the third time Joseph's 3-bet in like the last 5 or 6 hands, but I don't think that's going to be enough of a reason to go with 7s here and put in a 4-bet.
Do you agree that he kind of has to either 4-bet or fold with
Yeah.
his stack depth?
Absolutely.
He can't set mine profitably.
I couldn't Venmo you.
Nope.
There's not enough good flops for 7s to justify a call.
Correct. We're going to be out of position as well, so that's just not going to work.
Were you unsure about the positions
Yeah, I
for a
was trying to
second?
check. It's Joseph in small blind.
Yeah.
That's what
His
that
credit's
sound
good
was.
with
Yeah.
me.
Can't see the button from this angle. Wonka's thinking it through. I think he's got to be thinking about, should I be 4-betting here, and decides Joseph's a little too tight, too much.
Okay, I'm going to show you one.
Sometimes Joseph takes random shots, though.
You know what?
This
This
is
was
not
one of them.
This is
No, you're
definitely
not.
one of those times.
Reload that up, man up.
Nah, I'm good.
Man up.
What that
Yeah, be
means.
fine with
Snuggie wants Wonka to add more chips.
Oh.
That's what he's trying to
How you gonna make it?
find a way to berate everybody at the table.
Don't
If
get me
someone can do
excited,
it.
Nick. You were thinking about it?
20 bucks,
Just
really?
do it. That's the new Kaepernick campaign.
It's like a
You didn't
sprinkler.
really make excited to watch
Just keeps
Congratulations.
a while back.
Yeah, hitting every part of the lawn.
I have the
got,
best hand at least 2 of the time.
cover.
Well, look at that.
You got full
Here's a
coverage
free
from
can of
Snuggie.
cocaine for the next
Well,
3 days in a
three
row.
recently.
I was every same
Just
I think the
It's
queens
only
were the best. I don't think that when he bet at 50 and I made it 160 that he folded aces and kings. So that was probably good.
They might give
Joseph explaining he had
Joseph.
when he 3-bet, he had it
Just
2 of the
play
3
game.
times.
Right,
Hey, but
said
he
he
says
wanted
it this
It's not a
time.
thinking game.
do. I just want to see it.
He's got a hand that
It's a
Wonka
drinking
probably
game.
would
Get
have
him
gone
in
with
there.
last
It is a
hand.
drinking game.
Well, he certainly wasn't going to fold it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he would have
Those are the
re-raised or
best
not.
ones.
What in the hell is you guys with these fucking bugs?
I don't know why Snuggie is upset.
You see that?
Oh, a fly touched him.
A few times. Video games were like really nitty. At the real
And it has ruined his night.
But a serious stuff, then I went to the
No, I'd like to add.
Joseph's going to have to call
Well,
this one.
Really? Are you
I
didn't expect him to
seriously
re-raise
asking
this
me
one.
that?
No,
Why
his
did you say it's
reputation
5
has
more?
been a little bit
Damn,
beaten
the
up by multiple 3-bets in one orbit.
Brian, can you get a hold of this group?
All fold.
All right, Kevin's got a reasonable
rein
hand
this
here.
thing in?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Wonka could call here,
I
closing
expect
the
him
I
to
need you to
action.
get a
Yeah.
fly swatter.
He would
Supposed
prefer to
to.
be deeper, obviously, but it's still.
Oh,
he lets it go. That must be his
Wow.
tap step thing, right?
Yes, we're getting pretty good immediate odds with connectors.
I think I would be calling there.
I would call.
At that stack step.
Yeah, I would call for sure.
25 maybe is that, huh? That's a lot of action, isn't it?
Oh, crazy.
That's a
And he-
set.
You would have
set.
flopped an open ender against Joseph's set here.
And Snuggie's top.
And Batista's jacks, by the way.
Wow.
Wow, this is going to be fireworks. If Wonka was in there, it'd be more fireworks. Well, maybe there'd be a raising the fold. Snuggie has raised. With
Immediately
top.
raises. Joseph's got to love this.
The question for Joseph is to raise or not to raise.
They're both very deep. You don't really want to get it in, I think. Like, Snuggie's getting it in range here is kind of a
set,
problem.
Bottom set is not great. You could get it in against like 9-10 of hearts, maybe.
Sure, or 4-5 of hearts.
But those are not hands that you have incredible equity against
I
anyway.
mean, 9-10 of hearts you do.
Runs every day.
It's not incredible
I
equity.
mean, you're like 73%. I mean, you'll take it.
yeah, of course. I'm just saying.
4-5 gets there, by the way. Wonka makes the nuts at heady play.
Oh, jeez. Man.
wow, look at
And
this.
Snuggie has top 2 now.
And Joseph has a set. This is outrageous.
This is I mean, Batiste got saved by the ace there.
Wonka, that $30 fold, really.
Wow.
All that money. Now, maybe the board will pair,
Yeah.
but that's what we're down to.
I can't believe that this hand is happening, and Wonka could have had the nuts, too.
We have the nuts right now, and I don't think Joseph would be able to find a fold. I don't know if Snuggie would be able to find
I
a
wish we
fold.
could get a shot of Wonka, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that.
No.
I don't
No
think
one on
he,
that-
I don't think he would have much reaction. He's a pro.
No, we wouldn't. Maybe after the hand was completely over. That would be it. Joseph thinking about...
He's a little
Raising
bit
fold.
worried, and he should be.
Sure, Snuggie's betting huge. Well, we've been
Well,
talking...
that was not a huge
Well,
bet.
okay, you're right. 400 and 700 is not huge. You're right. Big-ish bet, that's all.
Batiste will be folding, I imagine.
I mean, Snuggie raised the flop, bet big on the turn, and Joseph called both times. It's a pretty easy fold for jacks.
Batiste, his run of bad luck continues. I guess he's in a way lucky, though, that the ace came.
I was going to say this card was going to save Snuggie, but never mind.
700.
Thought he might check. Well, it's hard to put Joseph on a 4.
Is Joseph considering a raise here?
That seems absurd.
Yeah. So he's considering folding.
Gotta take this through.
Show me a card.
Do you need
I
a
won't
minute?
have to. Make it easy. Show me a card.
Well, no, I'd rather have a call.
I flopped 2 pairs, so can you beat 2
Holy
pairs?
shit, you flopped 2 pairs?
Snuggie loves to hear that.
And you don't have your fucking, you're just spitting up to get
It's a
your money in
lie.
there?
Well, you might have had like 9-4 of hearts.
It's like the perfect lie.
Oh, fuck, you're right, I might have.
If you show me a card that's not the 9 or 4 of hearts, you can make 700 potentially.
Really?
Snuggie wants a call
I
now.
don't know if I
He
can do
absolutely
that.
wants a call. This is a weird level Joseph's pulling on him.
You can't or you don't want to.
Ooh, with that card, easy call.
Yes.
He shows the ace, and it's
Now-
super easy.
Snuggie would have had to have ace 4.
Monkey, nice
That
ankle
is
shot.
It wasn't the 9 or 4 of hearts, I called.
Nice angle shoot, he says.
Snuggie's taking it pretty well.
Well, give it a chance.
That was an angle.
That was not. That was Wild Wild West poker.
You know, you said you flopped 2 pairs.
Just, of course,
The
referring
angle
to
shot was the 2
Wild Wild
pairs.
West rules that we play here. Sure. Heads up, you can basically do whatever you want.
Yep. Just don't be mean.
Don't
Wait.
touch the other person's cards. Be respectful. That's it.
Yep.
Show your hand. Talk about the other guy's hand. Do whatever you want. It's one of the things that makes this show great.
That worked out so perfectly for Joseph that he lied about having
got me
two
again,
pair. Then
Joseph.
Snuggy shows the ace, and Joseph knows Snuggy never has a set of aces.
Right.
So he has to have
Ace 4 offsuit,
which he never has.
which he almost never has. He
mean,
could have raised
I
a gutter on the
Oh.
flop. That's all. That's what we're down
Look
to.
at that.
It's
You got
easy
like a
call.
whole month you don't have to eat macaroni and cheese.
Easy call.
Snuggy has raised
My
to
5-year-old
70
likes it.
without
Yeah,
looking
no,
at his
he
cards
can't.
under
You know
the
what
gun
Macaroni
now.
and cheese
Sure.
is good.
That
from
size
Costco.
keeps going up.
Fold, fold.
You got a Costco card?
It's like down to 2.6K now.
supposed to go to
He had
7.
4K in front of him just a
Kevin's
little bit
doing
ago.
the right thing here and taking advantage of that huge sizing and
Yeah,
raising.
I like it.
Fold.
Really? Known
I
for
like it a lot.
And Snuggy's going to be forced to fold because he has the worst hand, one of the worst hands he can have.
Higher than average.
Well, he could always 4-bet it,
Modest.
but otherwise it's a
Five?
Kevin's going to be happy just to
You're like
take this one
halfway there.
down, I'm sure.
No, I know where I'm at.
Okay.
Just trying to figure this thing out here.
What's he trying to figure out?
Definitely concerned.
He's calling.
Okay, that was unexpected.
I think a 3-bet would have been preferable there.
4-bet, but yes,
I got
I
this.
agree.
I got
4-bet, yeah, but it's more like a 3-bet.
No,
got it.
no question.
It's like a 5
plays as-
It's a 5-10-70 game.
Yeah, it plays as a 3-bet for
Kinda
sure, but
happy
it's
that-
technically a 4-bet.
I know.
I
but
feel you, dog.
I feel like calling it a 3-bet is better.
Well, Snuggy flops best. What's gonna happen?
Kevin is probably gonna take a couple stabs. I would
Gonna
guess.
take one. We know that here because we just saw it, and that's the kind of board to do it on. Snuggy really does have to call once here, right? When
Yeah,
he
I
flops
think
a pair
so.
with this hand.
I think so.
Like this is close to a dream flop.
I don't know about a dream flop. A dream flop is 3-3
No,
something.
I mean that's a utopian flop.
Well, that's a card that is going to embolden Kevin quite a bit. He's
Well,
got the 10 high flush draw and the open ender now.
And I don't think Snuggy's gonna be able to call again.
This is gonna end matters. I'm pretty sure.
Snuggy has no clubs. He just has bottom pair.
That's a big bet too.
How much? Yeah,
600.
600 to 900.
Oh, that's right. Which one you want to see?
One under your thumb.
Thumb? There you go.
Shows him the jack of spades. You're really sort of hoping to see the 10 of clubs there. I think
Yeah.
Snuggy a little
Yeah,
more.
that
of
would
the
be
time.
better. You'd be like, oh, he's got ace 10 of clubs.
Yeah.
I feel good. I guess you could have king jack. You know?
Sure.
Probably not queen jack. I don't imagine he's betting queen jack on the turn.
He's gonna have a lot of ace jack too, isn't
Yeah.
he? Many 3-bets there. But he can have jack jack.
You can even jack jack. Yeah, which
With
is
the
ahead
jack
of
of clubs.
which is ahead of Snuggy.
Oh yeah, way ahead.
Although it's still kind of a bluff.
Oh yeah, that too. But if you have the jack of clubs in your hand, you got the second nut flush draw.
True.
Yeah.
Brad Owen just sitting back.
Not really. He's been aggressive when he
Oh
plays.
no, of course. I'm just saying the last few hands.
Yeah.
Hasn't had anything. Hasn't been doing anything. Not blaming him for it. It's one of the big winners of the game.
All right, Wonka with another bad hand on the button.
I get to see a little Batiste on Snuggy action. Sounds like those are two nicknames, but it's really only one.
Yeah, Batista's. That's a name. It's a Swiss name.
It's Belgian, is it not?
He's from Switzerland. His family's from Switzerland, so I believe it's a Swiss name.
Pretty sure he's Belgian.
You want to bet?
I always want to bet.
All right, how much you want to bet?
I want to bet a Rolo.
What? Okay, fine. I'll take what I can get. I know I win, so I'll take my Rolo whenever. Batista's ahead here, and I think, oh, he's checked again, and Snuggy's going for thin value. It's not going to work out.
Nope. That was a fortunate turn card. Snuggy did bet tiny on the flop, though.
Yes.
Can't really blame any Batiste for how he played. He played it just fine and normal.
And very Swiss. Definitely not Belgian.
See, a lot of people
Official. One more lockdown.
a lot of people confuse Belgian chocolate and Swiss chocolate. I think
We
you're
found my
doing the
tipping
same
point.
thing here, but with people.
Nope.
Hear that laugh?
Swiss laugh.
Brussels.
I know Batista's going to talk to us about this, and he's going to be like, Jonathan, you're an idiot.
Why would he call me an idiot?
Because he cares a lot about his heritage, man.
I mean, people can be wrong. That doesn't make them idiots.
Yeah, but I've been telling you with 100% certainty that he's Swiss for
Yeah.
about 3 minutes now.
So,
And you're just calling
he's
him
Belgian. He's like a waffle. They don't have Swiss waffles, do they?
I'm
Pretty sure they don't.
Swiss people make waffles.
Oh, yeah. Swiss people
Sometimes.
make waffles. They waffle about things. That's about the only waffle in it. Maybe they have waffle
Oh, now you're
fries.
insulting his country.
His country? Haven't said anything but nice things about Belgium. Anyway,
Anyway, Brewer opens Queen Jack off.
Hands to be played tonight.
all that bit was worth it. I tell you what.
Snuggy's got Queen 3 suited, and I don't feel like he's in the mood to fold.
No, he's He never used to fold these hands, and I see he's
I do not know.
same as it ever was.
Oh, and Brad's got a real, and he's just gonna call.
Interesting.
Brad's
He's
been squeezing a lot. Maybe he just feels like this hand's kind of too middle rangey to 3-bet after a relatively early open from Brewer.
Perhaps.
Hates this flop, obviously.
Brewer with the gutter.
Not a great flop for anybody.
Looked like Snuggie was loading up there, but I guess he was just arranging
Brewer
chips.
could certainly continue here,
I would expect him to.
and I think it's just gonna end
He's got
things.
to draw to the nuts.
And he's got a range advantage.
Oh, yeah. Those two things together.
When I say range advantage, I mean it's more likely that he has a piece of that board than his opponent's based on the pre-flop action.
Okay, show one.
His range is doing better equity-wise than his opponent's ranges.
Yep.
It's gonna happen again.
I'm not gonna remind anybody. I'm just gonna make him put the 50 in.
So, yeah, Brad Owen
What did we decide?
just
I don't-
loses $30 with actually what was the best hand, but it's completely understandable.
No,
He probably would have just gotten the 3-bet through. We saw
Teasing
Brewer
again.
fold that exact hand
60
to
for
a very
you.
small
Let's
3-bet
do
earlier.
10.
And we know Brad
Let's do
doesn't do
$10.
small
They have
3-bets,
trouble
Yep.
doing
especially out of
big
position.
Well, then somebody's gonna let it go.
It's
with the extra 10.
not even.
Yeah,
It's
no,
possible
we're
he was
not
doing, he
Okay. It's
was
optional.
flatted too because he was in the big blind rather than the
An
small blind.
optional
Yeah.
tap.
Well, no, it's like.
And it's good to mix it up a little bit,
Absolutely.
not 3-bet all of your big hands.
And, you know, it would be a surprise from returnable tens.
Yeah.
So that's good.
You just have to say. Actually, just say like what both cards are.
Fold.
If you forget, if you like.
Sure, that's a good idea.
If both go forward, yeah, then you get a
Yeah, if you forget. Baptiste set the
Okay.
example.
I
Baptiste
don't
set the
know.
example.
Sure.
If you forget, just say both.
He's
cards.
feeling like
He's
playing.
limping the 8-6 off in the cutoff.
Brad just folds in the small blind with 8-3 off. I mean, it is a terrible hand, but
If you do that,
I guess Joseph could raise and ruin all.
what do you think?
What do you think?
Oh, it says he called, but I think he folded.
No,
it.
I'm
Yes.
pretty sure he folded.
100%.
Well,
Whatever.
the machines are lying to us again.
Like pounding the table.
When will they stop lying?
Check.
When they've taken over. Well, no, believe me.
We won't have time to know. This is the last hand of this episode, by the way. Check back next week for more poker time.
Yep.
Every Tuesday.
See you then.
Looks like we're just going to check around and have Snuggie get to win with a 5. Well,
So he's going for a little value.
I think it's just not going to
No.
get any value.
Certainly not.
Show one.
Is he bluffing? No, we bet $10. It can't be a bluff.
All right, see you guys Tuesday.